Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Checking in on the MJ sector, just a little side note, GWPH had earnings after hours. It's down about 10 to 15%. Could have some potential residue impact on the MJ sector, but I don't think it'll be too significant. So individual names shaping up differently, where we had a little pump midday today, and it was right before the manufacturing numbers came out in the S&P 500, had a significant quick bull reaction to that at 10 a.m. But you can see the bull move and bull volume on CGC started at least just before that, and then we gave it all back. But what we were able to determine from that little pump and dump is which names held on a lot better. And on this current consolidation, from that top, if we just look comparatively, look at ACB. This is ACB. The pump and dump for CGC was happening right here. And it was very healthy on ACB, and we saw continuation, and obviously a very different setup than what CGC saw. So in the end, CGC on the daily time frame is a potential bear flag from where we came from. We were highlighting the importance of volume all video yesterday, and if we did not see increasing bull volume, we would look for the daily lower high to be the most likely scenario, and now we're looking back down at 1942 and 1789 as the only short-term supports, as the bears do still have complete control at this point. The bulls are proving nothing to us on the daily for CGC. APHA is trying to form a daily higher low, so we do still have an uptrend here. We have our low, higher low, and the bulls are trying to hold 491 to keep this daily higher low pattern intact. We have to change this hourly trend, which has not happened yet. We need to see a low, high of the day, have to hold 504 and then break 529 tomorrow to change this hourly trend, which would give us a daily higher low. And then we would have to follow through and break 541 from there to keep the bulls in control of this move. If we cannot do so, and if we drop down and break 491 support, we then just lost the daily little uptrend, and our weekly lower high would then be set, and we'd be looking back down at the low of 423. So bulls better show up within the next day or two to defend that 491 support. That's the most important short-term support level. ACB bulls showed up in a big way, highest volume that we've seen in the last 5-6 days of trading, and it was notable for the bulls. Again, you look on that hourly time frame, big bull move on big bull volume all through the morning, and then hourly consolidation. No red flags on that pullback, just looking for an hourly higher low. But we know that this move does not mean anything unless the bulls can break 394. We have the double bottom at 350 and 351, but if we don't break 394, it's just a daily lower high. So $3.94 and $4 will be the most important two resistance levels. Best case for the bulls tomorrow is to hold 374, break 384, and have 394 be in play. If we saw increased bull volume tomorrow and a break of 394, we would say, whoa, something's going on with ACB. That's very notable. We have not seen any kind of strength like that in the sector recently, just as far as two multiple big day green bull volume days. So we'll keep an eye out. Not holding my breath, but I'll keep an open mind for the bulls. Cron saw a bull move as well today, breaking to the highest price in the last few days, but no follow through. By the end of the day, the hourly time frame pulling back enough that we would be looking for an equilibrium from here. So low, high, big pullback. So we're scouting a higher low on the hourly, and we would just look for a lower high compared to 843 due to the size of the pullback that we did see. And the daily time frame, again, certainly looking for a lower high compared to 937. Bulls are giving us no reason to expect anything less than that. TLRY today, so we're getting a bit of follow through. Upper wick, certainly not a ton of confidence from the bulls. Hourly consolidation into the second half of the day. Have to see increasing bull volume, strong closes, and a move back up to 2569 resistance. Otherwise, we are just looking for the lower high here. Same thing as CGC and Cron and these other names. Hexo, still weak, dropping to a lower low today. Have we changed the hourly trend? Nope. Low at $2, bounced up to 213, so a nice 5% bounce, 6% bounce from psychological $2 support, but we gave a lot of it back. We would have to hold $2 and break 213 to change the hourly trend. If we did, we would zoom out and just look for a lower high compared to 234. Bears still strong here. Bulls just trying to defend $2 psychological support. OGI held support. Support was 319. We held 321, and now breaking resistance of 348 by only a penny, but this gives the bulls a chance. We're looking at 401 as resistance. If we do not see increasing bull volume, we're going to just be looking for a lower high compared to 401. CTST equilibrium continues to play out. Low, high, higher, low, lower, high. Bulls must hold 104 for the pattern to remain intact for the tightening range. If we break 104, we're then in a daily downtrend. If we hold 104, need to hold it, and we'll look to continue tightening up. Key support level the next couple days. VFF bulls continue to stand out, so we anticipated the daily higher low would form, and the bulls, what are they seeing? Increasing bull volume. They're the only name right now that is following through with what we needed to see. I guess you could say ACB is a bit as well. The difference is ACB got to within 1 penny of its key support, whereas that would be like VFF if we dropped all the way back down to, 660. So we held much stronger, and the daily trend change is in play because of this increasing bull volume. If this was a weak little green day on 500,000, 400,000 shares traded, we'd say nice green day, but still looking for a lower high. Because of the bull volume, the odds of breaking 881 definitely are possible. So 881 key resistance, then we'll look to 9 psychological. Earnings are next Monday, I believe. Double check me on that date. But we then would have 3 trading days. If it's after hours on Monday, that would be 4 trading days, which could see that break take place. And we have the hourly uptrend. Did not consolidate on the hourly. So would I be buying a break of 881 if it happened tomorrow morning? Absolutely not. The hourly time frame would be very extended. If we consolidate tomorrow morning and form an hourly higher low, perhaps back down to 840, that could be a potential bullish entry, and then hope that we set an hourly higher low and then make our way back up to test that 881 resistance. But just be aware that if you're holding through earnings, that's obviously going to be a gamble, and we would have to, don't know what I was going to say there, but if you hold through earnings, it's going to be a bit of a gamble, and we'll see if any bulls are going to be locking in profits if we do break 881 before earnings take place. Bigger picture, weekly time frame. Don't lose sight of the weekly, because anything under 1253 is just a weekly lower high. We're not going to change this weekly trend anytime soon. All the bulls are looking to do at this point is just create as much space as possible before topping out on our weekly, so we can form a weekly higher low whenever that top out does occur. Labs, uplisting, filed. That does not mean they're uplisting. That means they have filed for an uplisting. It's the step in the right direction, but we do still need them to be accepted, and they need to accept it themselves and uplist. Definitely getting our attention. Daily higher low is now 442. Big bull volume, nice strong close, but we have to break 513 to see continuation. If we fail to break 513 and lose the hourly support of 484, we will have a daily equilibrium. There's a whole family of deer right outside the window. Little babies. So Labs bulls need to keep the hourly uptrend in their favor and break that 513 resistance to keep this move going. Bigger picture on the weekly, 549 is the most important resistance level for me to break the weekly lower highs, because anything under that is just a weekly lower high. But because of the size of this bounce, even if we fail here and have to pull back, the inverse head and shoulders on the weekly will be on the table. So Labs and VFF standing out in the Canadian MJ sector as some bulls. Onto US. Curaleaf, daily inside bar, bulls doing nothing, no bull volume, just trading sideways, defending $6. Even if we see a 15% bounce, we're looking for a daily lower high compared to 740. C-Web got its oversold bounce going and didn't get a whole lot of follow through, so broke the low of yesterday by a couple pennies. The bounce got going. Have we changed the hourly trend? No. We have to hold 1509 and break 1572 tomorrow to change this hourly trend, in which instance we zoom out and we look for a daily lower high to form compared to 1862, keeping the bears in control of the longer term daily downtrend. TRUL, got to be cautious of these tops now. We have a triple top at 1375. We can still look for a daily higher low above 1251, but the bulls want to break this resistance the sooner the better, because the longer it looms, the more nervous the bulls are going to get, and the more quickly they're going to exit bullish positions if we do see any pullback. 1345 is a little bit of a double bottom the past 2 days. If that breaks, it's a more convincing rejection of that double top. So bulls need to break that level and show up soon. IAN has not found its daily high or low. Again, great bounce, big old bounce. Bulls were pleased, absolutely. 65% bounce. And at this point, we have now given back, 30% of that, 25%. So we are looking for a higher low compared to 152. I might be interested tomorrow. Hourly RSI cooled off on some weak sideways action. Another leg down. Let's see the 4-hour RSI close to oversold. If we were to start the morning red tomorrow, I will potentially be watching for an entry for a daily higher low to form. OH still weak. I had a bid set this morning on OH and it was on the US ticker, but it missed filling by a couple pennies. And as soon as it missed filling, I pulled my bid. Now, why would I want to pull my bid? Because I could have potentially filled at the end of the day. Well, I know that if I miss the initial pullback and we start to bounce, if I'm going to get filled at the end of the day, it's because it's an hourly bear flag. I don't want to get filled on an hourly bear flag. I want to get filled on an all-out dump and then exit into the bounce. So the bears are still in complete control. Resistance is 394, the top of the bounce. 377 is support. And if that breaks, we have another leg down. And again, I will be interested if we do see another leg down. The 4-hour RSI is approaching the teens. The discount at this point is 70-something%, which is pretty much the market saying the deal, they don't think the deal is going to go through. Because you have to figure, even if we see the deal updated and they say, well, the discount's half as much, that's still 30-35% discount. So the market, in my opinion, is saying the deal's not going to go through, and I'm going to look to potentially keep playing some of these oversold bounces in case that gift of a discount still remains. Because again, if that deal goes through, it will likely be a nice big bull move up, because the market at this point is telling me we are not expecting a deal. So if we start red tomorrow, give me another 4% red day, I will look to begin scaling in to OH for an oversold bounce. CL, nice daily bounce. That's why the discount got so large today. CL with a big green day, OH with a solid red day. Anything under 885 is just a lower high on the daily, but the bulls are doing their best to defend from dropping to weekly lower lows. One day is not enough, but it's a nice start. Have we changed the hourly trend? No. Have to change the hourly trend into tomorrow and see continuation for us to believe that this bull move has any follow through behind it. GTII tried to close strong into the end of the day, but again, anything under 1186 is just a daily lower high. We could bounce 8% more and still be in a daily downtrend. So just a short-term oversold bounce. The only good thing is that we just broke support on the daily and we're not seeing a whole lot of follow through. But again, more upside is needed. Harv, weak close at the low of the day. 270 is support after $3. No ability to change the daily trend. Bears still in control. And MedMen topping out, looking for the daily lower high. If we break 152 tomorrow, daily lower high will be set, and the bulls will try and form a higher low compared to the all-time low double bottom down at 130. So that's where we stand overall. VFF, Labs, standing out. We are watching for, still interested in some oversold bounce plays for me personally on OH and IAN. Again, do not play all those oversold bounces unless you are extremely comfortable with them and you have good history of returns playing oversold bounces. Otherwise, we are patiently waiting for further indication of shifts and bull volume. VFF gave us the bull volume we wanted. ACB gave us the bull volume we wanted today. Other than that, still lacking bull volume in the sector. I appreciate you watching. We'll check back in tomorrow. See you then.